We were actually at Battle Mountain because we stopped at the BLM office and talked to one of the officers there and told him we were driving out that way. And he told us to stay away from a certain area because we would be met with shotguns.
Yeah, not our guys. We don't have shotguns.
Seriously. That's a true story.
Yeah, it was up near some abandoned mines. He said, don't go there. They live in them.
You're a very interesting guy, Mike, because you have a background as a stock trader, which I find very fascinating, and obviously Kevin would resonate with deeply on much larger levels. So I'm very interested personally, and I think it would be wonderful if you could explain to us how you made a shift from that area into running two very beautiful companies in the gold space today.
I was lucky enough to have started working down on the floor of the Vancouver Stock Exchange back in 83, I guess. Yeah, it was 83, I think. I was hired by a company called 𝗚𝗔𝗞𝗘𝗡. Yeah, I wound up on the floor. It was so exciting. It was just, open outcry, bids, offers, buying stock. Boy, when I first started, nobody could hear me. Really have to learn how to get your voice out there, project it. But once you got the hang of it, oh man, it was the best. Really enjoyed that. Really got to understand how markets work. 20 years old when I started down there. After the crash, for the next couple of years, everything died down. So it was quite quiet out there. Went automated. Oh, I didn't want to sit in front of a computer all day. Here I am now, spending a lot of time in front of computers and on the phone. But so be it. 2002 is when I kind of got the first kind of keys to a company kind of handed to me. And I've been doing it ever since. It's been so much fun. The transition has been fun. Bit of a learning. I got into IR in 95, investor relations in 95. So took a little bit of a break, went from one market to the other, jumped into real estate, and then back to the stock market, just calling me so loud and clear.
You've kind of been all over the place, really. You've got a very diverse background.
Yeah, love the markets, whatever they are.
Yeah.
So, Mike, then I started as a trader in about 79, but in the summers as a student on the floor of the Toronto Stock Exchange. So, and then eventually up on the desk, and eventually a cats trader, and I'm sure you know what that was, and eventually an options trader. Funnily enough, I traded all the time in Vancouver, but I never was out there that whole time, and I ended up leaving probably 1987. But I didn't go into the mining exploration space, etc., like you did. But you did. What took you to that point, like to start Golden Lake?
Well, it really started back in 2002, and it was the company that I was helping to promote at the time, and then wound up becoming CEO. So at that time, I had a few geologists around me, so they could help me understand what the heck I was doing. And over the years, team has grown. I've got a lot of excellent geologists around me on different companies over the years, and I really rely on them to tell me when I should be really excited and when I should run. 𝗚𝗔𝗞𝗘𝗡 came about in 2018, and it was again one of the geologists that brought it, Bob Weicker. It looked excellent. I showed it to some of the other geos. It was kind of unanimous. Let's go for it. At that time, there was a geologist with Newmont. He had just left, and he's a guy that I had been in touch with, trying to get Newmont involved in various deals. I showed 𝗚𝗔𝗞𝗘𝗡 to him, and he immediately joined as an advisor to Golden Lake, which was excellent. Him, along with some others, that the team has just formed into a beautiful thing.
You understand it's about, 700 claims altogether, etc.? Just kind of give us a basic description of the 𝗚𝗔𝗞𝗘𝗡 property or project.
Well, our claims span about over 700 hectares. So it's a very irregular shaped claim group. A lot of that's to do with claims that were staked in the olden days and patched together. But yeah, over 700 hectares of claims. Our neighbors are great. We are in communication a lot with I-80 to the north and North Peak off to our west. Our geologists are all, they compare notes, we share data. It's a fantastic relationship we have there. To the south is Timberline Resources. They've just gotten taken over by McEwen Mining. That's about to get finalized this month. by the looks of it. So now we've got McEwen Mining to our south, along with North Peak and I-80. That's our neighbors.
That must mean that the infrastructure and the access is pretty good. We've been in the area looking around, and we were on the McEwen property once, but we did it right off of, I think we came out of Elko, Nevada, or something to get to it.
You were on the Gold Bar property, I think, right? And that's a ways away from us. Not too far, but it's a ways away. But now it's come right next door to us, which is, excellent for us too.
Well, no, we were actually at Battle Mountain because we stopped at the BLM office and talked to one of the officers there and told him we were driving out that way. And he told us to stay away from a certain area because we would be met with shotguns.
Yeah, not our guys. We don't have shotguns.
Seriously. That's a true story.
Yeah, it was up near some abandoned mines. He said, don't go there. They live in them. And I think it was a few miles away, but it was still
pretty close
kind of thing. But obviously you can access the property well, I guess, from the highway system.
Very well, yes, yeah. And even on our property, there's at least 15 old mine sites, workings, so much activity over the years on our property alone. I want your dog, all three of you, your dog could probably find gold on our property, right?
Well, we're becoming treasure hunters. So this is our costume. Our treasure hunting costume.
Yes.
But talking about finding treasure, what's the drill program look like for the property? What's your timing, or what do you think going forward?
In September, early September, or to mid-September, depends on timing. We just got our permits. We're getting quotes from drill companies. We're going to start with a 4-hole program, and we're going to be going deeper. This property has a lot of drill holes on it and a lot of discoveries, CRD and Carlin, but all shallow. Nothing very deep at all. So this program, after we've done our geophysics, does show structures down deeper, and we intend on getting into them and testing them out. So maybe 300-meter plus holes, and that we find very exciting.
Great to hear.
Yeah. A lot of the success that I-80's having, and right to our north, on trend with us, is at depth. We need to get down deeper, and that's what we're going to do.
You're working with Walk the Street Capital in terms of media service. So what does that picture look like, and what do you expect to see come out of that? Any fun little adventures?
I had some successful ventures with other companies, and they came highly recommended. They'll be doing a lot of media campaigns. Their own videos are coming up. We want a bigger audience. We think we have an exciting story to tell.
What's the shareholder base look like? Is there like any large guys in there? And I realize that you're an insider. There's obviously a few others. And how do you guys feel about it?
Good. We have a number of good-sized shareholders, talking like 5 to 8 million shares. Eric Sprott came in a few years ago when we made our first big discovery hole, and on the last financing we did, and some good names in there as well that probably shouldn't get into, but good names in there with good sized positions and believers in what we've got.
In terms of the Jackson Fault, it sounds like a pretty good promising lead in terms of gold. So is there a sort of a spot where you'd say where you've sort of nailed down or identified where some magic's going to happen, or is it more of like a let's just hope for the best type of situation?
Jackson Fault is important. There's another one called the Lawton Fault, just as important, if not more. I mean, they're good at bringing the mineralization, like localizing the mineralization, and some of these come right down from I-80, and this is what we're going to be focused on. We think we have a hell of a shot on those structures. Our geophysics, it's pointing to stuff under there. It really looks like what we've got an excellent shot.
Since you've been a trader for a number of years or years back and follow the market that way, how do you feel about the overall market for the metals and how it might affect the stocks someday?
It's just a matter of time. I think the whole geopolitical situation, everything that's going on in the world, in my opinion, gold is going to roar, and it's going to trickle down to us. And at some point, that switch is going to get turned on. We're not even going to see it coming. It's just going to happen. And that's what I think. I think our markets are in for one heck of an upcoming season.
a happy accident, sounds like. So we understand that you are going to be coming out with a new investor presentation. When can we expect to see that on your website, which we will pin below, just so that people that are watching are able to go visit and check you guys out?
Yeah, we just finished a new presentation. It's focused solely on the upcoming first 4 drill holes and why we're going to be drilling these compelling targets. And that's going to be up on the site.
Good timing. But if you had to send a message to new shareholders particularly, do you see an exciting future for Golden Lake? Will we find some gold?
The team that we've got here at Golden Lake, the land position we've got, the neighbors, we're like the forgotten junior in there. They have much bigger market caps than us. So with our market cap, our targets that we're about to drill, yeah, if you want to roll the dice, this is a pretty good bet.
Calling all savvy investors in mining and resources, seeking the inside track on Golden Lake exploration? Look no further than minestalkers.com. Our cutting-edge search tool is designed to reveal hidden gems and provides real-time stock updates. Visit for the insights and stay for the gains. Seize the opportunity and explore the magic at minestalkers.com. Uncover new investment possibilities today. Don't forget to hit the bell below to subscribe and then like and share this video. Let's get the word out there.